Facing Klay Thompson. This is a historic player for that organization, one of the very best in the league. But Oubre is probably certainly maybe the best available wing in the marketplace. A very weak crop of free agent shooting guards and wings, and so they'll get Oubre Jr. in, and he'll play a significant role for this Warriors team. But he doesn't get to be one of the Splash Brothers.
It's only been a couple years, but it seems like forever ago, the last time the Warriors won an NBA championship. How can they get back into the playoffs this upcoming season? Other free agent news, Gordon Hayward opts out of a $34.2 million contract. So what does that do for him personally, and what happens with the Celtics now?
Well, for Gordon Hayward now, he and his agent Mark Bartelstein are looking at several sign and trade scenarios where he can do an extension and move, and the Celtics can get some pieces back. One team that has had a lot of interest in Gordon Hayward, and he has interest in this, and that's going home to the Indiana Pacers. They have talked to the Celtics. They haven't been able to come up with a framework of a deal. Unclear whether they'll be able to get there. But Hayward could also sign with a team who has salary cap space. The New York Knicks would love to have Hayward, but he's looking for a longer deal, a deal he can get through that sign and trade with Boston. I think his role had diminished in Boston with Jason Tatum, with Jaylen Brown, and he's ready to start over somewhere else.
It's a shame that the Celtics didn't get to see the real Gordon Hayward following those injuries he's had over the last couple of years. By the way, free agency starts Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 o'clock on the West Coast, and that phone is buzzing as we speak.
A few years back. Our ESPN college basketball analyst, Seth Greenberg, joins us now. What I hear about Anthony Edwards is immensely talented, explosive, NBA scorer right now. Maybe some questions about focus and intensity. The full package here with this guy. What do you hear?
Look, he's 6'9", 6'5", with a 6'9" wingspan. He's going to be able to defend anyone in the league, blow up screens, contest shots. He's explosive in transition. All right, he can shoot the three and shoots it seamlessly, except 29% three-point shooter. So he's got to develop a consistent three. Here's the question. The guy is different. He loves the game of basketball. Now, he doesn't love watching the game of basketball. Where he's behind in this game is his understanding of the game, the intricacies of the game. So not only does he have to love the work, putting in the work in the gym, he's got to fall in love with all the other work, the film work, understanding how to read screens, spacing, defensive rotations. Physically, absolutely incredible. Strong, tough, explosive, great in transition. Now he's got to understand basically the intricacies of the NBA game. The best NBA players have PhDs in understanding the game.
Okay, so somewhere to grow for Anthony Edwards. You add him to Cat and D'Angelo Russell. Maybe, I don't know, Minnie has something. We'll see. Timberwolves have made the playoffs just once in the last 16 years. Let's go through the rest of the top 10 and see how this played out. You wondered what the Klay injury would mean for the Warriors at 2. They stuck to their board, took the big man James Wiseman out of Memphis. Guy played just 3 college basketball games. At number 3, LaMelo Ball didn't play any college basketball. He went barnstorming around the globe. Now he's headed to Charlotte as the Hornets took him with the 3rd pick. LaMelo and Lonzo are the first pair of brothers to be taken in the top 5 all time. At number 4, the Bulls surprised some when they grabbed Florida State forward Patrick Williams, a guy who came off the bench for the Knolls. But this is the long play. Chicago really likes his upside. And rounding out the top 5, Isaac Okoro going to Cleveland. He's the first lottery pick from Auburn in 32 years, the only freshman on the SEC all-defensive team. 6 through 10, Onyeka Okongwu out of USC went 6 to the Hawks. A pair of international players in the top 10, Francis Killian Hayes going 7 to Detroit. Denny Avdija, the first lottery pick from Israel, going 9th to the Wizards. The Knicks took New York native and National Player of the Year Obi Toppin at 8. The Suns, Jalen Smith out of Maryland to round out the top 10. All right, we're back with Seth. Let's go back to the Warriors' decision. So you figure all of a sudden Klay Thompson's season might be in jeopardy. Do they change things up? They went with Wiseman. What did you make of the strategy and the player?
It's the right selection. I think he's the best prospect in the draft. You're talking about a 7-footer, 7'5" wingspan. He's going to be able to switch ball screens, protect the rim, play in the dunker spot, run the floor, and his